Morocco! Morocco! Viva Morocco! Somebody go on, check out if that man Hakimi has got any pulse. Is he human? Is he human? He needs to be tested. Viva Bono, big up Rashid, big up to all my people. Big up to all the massive in Edgware Road. Big up to my people. People are like family to me, man. Big up to people in Marrakesh, in Assuera, in Rabat, in Casablanca, in Tangier. Yo, big up everybody in Africa, man. Big up. All whole of Africa's behind you. The whole of the Arab world is behind them. So, yeah, big up, man. Big up. Viva la Maroc. Big up. Big up everybody. Big up Alicia Sinkanova. Where is she? Where is Alicia Sinkanova? I don't know where she is. Netflix, watch out for them. They will want to get into football in some stage, 100%. Felix is available. CEO said they will listen to others for Felix. Listen, I'm looking for a different kind of striker, people. I want somebody who can hold up the ball. Maybe Ramos. Hey, breaking news, people, breaking news. Portugal play better without Cristiano Ronaldo. Is breaking news. Wow, what a shocker. Is it? Is it? Listen, Viva Ronnie. Ronnie had to whole bench, mate. Had to whole bench. That's what he did tonight. But big up, welcome to United Real Therapy, people. How are we doing? Are we having it or what? First North African team through to the knockouts. Through to the last eight of the World Cup. Deal, Morocco, mate. Absolute Morocco. Everyone's behind them. Gakpo or Felix? Scott. Ramos. I'll get Ramos. Ramos looks like more of a striker to me because he can actually hold up the ball a bit, Ramos. And he's both-footed. Yeah, he's more of a striker. Let's be having you, JP. Listen, smash a like on the video, people, as soon as you enter the place, man. Smash a like. Look, I've got some bit of news to tell you tonight, people. Liverpool are in Saudi Arabia for their winter warmer. Have they stolen a ride on Man United? They're actually in Saudi Arabia, Liverpool. There's a couple of rumors, a couple of the WhatsApp groups. I'm in a WhatsApp group because I used to go to Liverpool, University of Liverpool back in the day. And a lot of my Liverpool Scouts friends are all like, we're in Saudi Arabia, if I'm not mistaken. And are they stealing a match on Man United? Could that be something that they're in Saudi Arabia? Could that be something? I don't know, man. Listen, he's just quoting what I always say in it, Deadwood FC. Prasana. If it's the Liverpool fan, so what? Because the Glazers made us into Deadwood FC. So let be it. Let it be it. Big up Logan. Logan, yeah, big up Logan. So Logan, one of United Real Therapy massive. He alluded me to a breaking news yesterday about the Saudis might be selling Newcastle United to buy Man United. I mean, how much did they buy Newcastle for? I think it was like 300 million. They bought Newcastle for 300 million, and now they're going to want to buy a Man United for 6-7 billion. I mean, it's going to be said. He's a professor of economics, something finance, economy. He wrote this article for the Athletic, and they were saying that after a year, so Man United, Saudis were heavily linked and wanted to buy Manchester United. So a year later, Manchester United become available. And what he's practically saying is that it's Manchester United. Well, the Saudis now sell this Saudi wealth fund, would they sell Newcastle to buy Manchester United? And then a little bit of a twist in all of these people is that Liverpool are in actually Saudi Arabia, playing some games, Saudi tour. So they're in Saudi Arabia. So it is interesting what's going on, eh? Oh, squad for Dubai. Oh, they're not in Saudi Arabia. They're in Dubai. Okay, apologies. Sorry, they're in Dubai. Dubai. But the somebody else says that Liverpool enter talks with Saudi Arabian. So there we go. There we go. So I saw news, so apologies. I'll change that bit of the title. But apparently Liverpool are in talks with the Saudis about a takeover. So they bought Newcastle for 300 million, but all of a sudden now, because they wanted to buy Manchester United first, they're willing to sell Newcastle. Can you imagine if that happened? Could you imagine the job? Could you imagine what happened to the job? Oh, God. I believe President is a United fan. Hey, we'll see anyway. They're welcome anyway. United fan or not United fan, you're welcome. Even if we're doing and all, hit the likes, people. Saeed on FIFA, hilarious. Saeed playing FIFA. Is he having it on FIFA? Big up to everybody, by the way. The Saudis went in for United to buy them in 2019, but the Glazer scum only gave them 20%. Yeah, we knew about that, 20 to 30%. Big up Nuruddin Glazers out. That's how we want it. If we had owners who were here for the better of club, they would have sold us to Saudis in 2019. So it's a controversial sale that I'm not going to lie to you. Nuruddin, I'm still waiting for you to make up all-time Man United X11. Yeah, 100% Usman Verk, but we've not seen you in the channel. Say, I've been waiting for you. Where have you been? You've disappeared, Usman. Hey, you've disappeared, Usman. It's a private consulting with Saudis and Qatar, apparently. Oh, okay. Okay, private consortium, eh? Always goes back to these kingdoms. We'll sell magpies to the Glazers. Georgie B, congratulations, by the way, Georgie B. If that's Georgie B, Portugal won tonight. Big up, Georgie B. Portugal, man, played fantastic football tonight. Smashed, absolutely smashed Switzerland out of the park. But yeah, so this is what we're thinking, people, about the Glazers and about the Saudi rumors. It's an interesting rumors because it's the kind of rumors that has to have some sort of base in them. Nobody should be speculating that they might sell Newcastle to buy Manchester United, which is just a bit surreal. Gakpo's price is £64 million in news tonight. Jokes, he's not even a striker. Alex, you're onto this, mate. You're onto this. You know this. Do you think Ronaldo's legacy will be ruined if Portugal win the World Cup and he's on the bench for the remainder? Well, his legacy can never be ruined. I think he'll be happy that because other players who've been on the bench and won trophies, big trophies, or some players who've been injured or not been fully fit, that's happened before. So he'll say the record books say, "Oh, Ronaldo's won a World Cup." Yeah, was Ronaldo banging in goals right, left, and centre? No, but Ronaldo's part of a squad and a team that won the World Cup. So I don't think his legacy will be ruined. Yeah, big up Lee Hudson. Let's go Africa. We're gonna come to it. We're saving that till the end. But yeah, Morocco, Viva Morocco. I think now for the Portugal game, I think they've got too many injuries, especially at the back, key players. The guy who used to play for Southampton. Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot his name. He was the danger man today, but he got injured. And then as soon as he got injured, as soon as he was out of the game, then it was really difficult for Morocco to get any counterattacks going. So it is. I'm still waiting for on that bias that he to unblock my account, Usman Vic. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, but yeah, Boufal. There we go, Boufal. Yeah, Boufal. What a player! What a player he's been for Morocco. What a player. No, the reports on the Scouts as private. It's a private investment. Well, if they beat us to this billionaire private investment that want to buy Liverpool, then it is what it is. I know that 4 people who work in their football structure have all quit. They've all quit. So something's going on. Probably going to be the same for United. But yeah, we're gonna come to Morocco. We're gonna come and preview Morocco, Portugal. But big up to Portugal tonight, Georgie B. Yeah, there we go. Gakpo will be valued 100 million by the end of the World Cup. So this is really fascinating to the point that Manchester United, this fund, Saudi fund, could be selling Newcastle and buying Manchester United, which would be absolutely astonishing. It would be absolutely astonishing if that was to happen. It'd be absolutely like, what the hell? Just for Newcastle fans' mental health, I wouldn't want that to happen, genuinely. I wouldn't want it to happen because they've had Mike Ashley all those times. They think that they've hit jackpot, they've won the lottery. And next minute, those owners sell them to somebody and then buy Man United. I don't see it. I think it's a rumor that's out there. I think it might be hypothetical thing out there. So I'm not fully sure. I'm not fully sure. I'm not fully sure about that one for me. Like I said, you never know what these people do in business, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, I mean, the article goes on to say there will be a certain amount of disbelief among Saudi officials having bought Newcastle when they really wanted to buy Manchester United. They're now in a position where they could potentially buy Manchester United. So that was something out of the article. Big up Logan M, who sent me this quote. The optimistic purchase of Newcastle, I think, was a consequence of being kicked back by Manchester United in the first place. So that's what's going on. It might be going out on a limb here, but it's not really entirely inconceivable that they could possibly dispose of Newcastle and buy Manchester United. This is what the article is saying, the Athletic article. And it's fascinating quotes about this. Fascinating. What do you guys think to that? Do you think that could happen? Do you think that could happen, people? What do you guys think? You think these are realistic? From what I'm reading here, look, so this was done on the 25th of November. This is what the Evening News, what used to be a reputable newspaper back in the day, and now it's just an advertising page and an absolute rag that just covers pure corruption in Manchester. It just does all the cover up for local politicians, and it does all of the cover up stuff for real estate and how the people in the city are being treated. But that scum reported that the Saudi Arabia have ruled out a state-backed takeover of Manchester United due to investment in Newcastle. Newcastle was subject to Saudi finance consortium takeover last year. The country's sovereign wealth fund, the Policy Investment Fund, is PIF, purchasing 80% stake to become majority stakeholders at St. James's Park. PIF are set to be worth 320 billion, which makes them roughly 13 times richer than Man City owners, but they could be unable to buy Man United from the Glazer because they already have a major stake in Newcastle. Newcastle takeovers also forced immense scrutiny and accusation of sportsmanship due to sports washing due to Saudi Arabia human rights record. Yeah. So it is what it is. I mean, and what they're quoting is the Saudi Arabian sports minister, Prince Abdulaziz bin Al Faisal, told the Times this week the PF just funded Newcastle, and I think they were focusing on PIF on that. If there's a private investor, he wants to come in, why not? So this is news that was already being reported. So I doubt it that this speculation is going to bring about anything new, people. But big up to every one of you. Yeah, big up to every one of you. Yeah, 100%, 100%. So that is that story about the Saudi links, Saudi PIF, Sovereignty Fund, State Fund, is for Newcastle, and I'd be doubtful if they did that. I'd be very much doubtful if they did that. Please smash a like on the video. There's 60 of you in here. Right, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification because it lets you know when we're next live. Yeah, definitely Bufal. Yeah, Logan says Bufal moving like prime Ronaldinho with a ball. Yes, he sent there Ramos. Was it who's that guy? He sent that guy, the Atletico Madrid defender, midfield player, to the shops. To the shops, man. He sent him to the shop. It was like a dance move, innit? But don't you tell Graham Souness or Roy Keane about that bit of dancing on the pitch with the ball, yeah? That piece of dancing and skill. Don't tell them about that. They'll be fuming. They'll be like, why is this? Why is this? Absolute grumpy old men, eh? Talk about grumpy old men. Prediction for the England versus France on Saturday. Listen, I'm going to do a proper match preview on that one because we know a lot of the French players, so we're going to do a match preview for that one. But let's see, eh? It might be coming home. It might be well up here. Hey, England might be coming home, so we'll see. We'll see, but definitely happy for Morocco, man. I can't stress enough the scenes, the absolute scenes in Morocco, back home in Morocco, man. Like Tangier. The scenes in Tangier tonight, man, honestly. What's going on in Tangier, you know what I mean, is... You know what I mean? Like, Morocco, man, honestly. Scenes and... Morocco supporters. Morocco. Scenes in Morocco, man. It's absolute scenes. You know what I mean? Absolute scenes in Morocco. Absolute scenes, man. Can't stress enough how beautiful Morocco's looking tonight, people. Yeah, I wish I could share this with you and show you guys, but a lot of it might be copyrighting it because it's through mainstream news. But even Edgware Road in London, fans are there everywhere celebrating. It is magical, absolutely magical. Big up, man. Big up, man. Honestly, so happy for them. So happy tactically, but yeah. But let's get into the Morocco. Let's talk about the game today. I thought the way they set out, I thought they were quite solid. Everybody knows that 80% of the possession Spain are going to have, and that's what Spain do, tick-tack, tick-tack, tick-a-tack, tick-a-tack, without any real penetration, without any really cross-penetration. I thought Morocco, on the counter, Boufal on one side, Ziyech on the other side, I thought tactically they did it brilliant. Abramat in the midfield, absolute monster. Absolute monster, that guy, Abramat. What an amount of energy levels. By the way, his club, he's definitely leaving. If he doesn't leave in January, I'll be shocked. If nobody buys him in the Premier League or La Liga or Serie A, buys him, I'll be shocked because honestly, the way that he played was brilliant. Yeah, I call Morocco win, maybe beating Portugal. Only team to see the only one goal, but not of all the nations. Yeah, and that was an own goal as well. It was a deflection own goal. But the worry for me, in terms of how the game, let's talk about the game first. The way the game panned out. Nuruddin, what are your thoughts on to Al Nassr? Well, if he ends up there, then best of wishes to him. We all is going up for the check, innit? Yeah, we don't know if the politics. It says, I don't know if you're going to work with Mohammed bin Salman or Saudi Arabia private son. I don't know the politics. Well, the politics is that anything that's any fund that's worth $1 trillion or 300 billion is linked to the kingdom. And I'm sorry to say, certain parts, there's a lot of sports washing going on. But it is what it is. Like, I don't blame Newcastle fans. I won't blame the United fans if Saudis took over Man United either, because the Saudi money and Qatari money, they're heavily invested into the UK economy. So where people all come out with their moral, what did I call it? The hypocrisy moral brigade comes out and says, "Oh, this is an action, shouldn't be this." You're like, well, it's too late, mate. They're invested in everything. They're invested in everything in this country and in America. So I don't know what people are on about. But yeah, well, we'll see what happens in it. I won't be surprised if MBS is selling Newcastle to another Arab, or as told a few months ago that MBS investment wanted to buy United badly as it's the most followed team in Saudi. Well, we'll see. We will see about that. But let's talk about Morocco, man. Let's talk about Morocco. Even the king is celebrating with the people. Yeah, well, he's got to, innit? He's got to, innit? I mean, shout out to him. To be fair, they built that brand new sports in 2019, innit? They built this new sports complex, which is state of the art, where the Moroccan team, when they get together for internationals, is a proper, like, beautiful training ground. Mohammed VI, yeah, don't I know it? Mohammed VI. Mohammed VI has got pure followers in Morocco, man. I mean, for me, I'm always with the people in it. I'm not with any kings, kingdoms, or authoritarian rulers. I'm always like, free the people, free the masses. That's me. That's my politics. But put that aside, that Morocco, honestly, with those two, you know, where does Foufal play at the moment? Where does he play? Because Foufal, what an absolute performance in the last game as well. Him and Sia offering an Amrabat in the middle. And as Nouri, is it Nouri? He's up top as a striker. He didn't get that much today. And I think the striker that came on, if he got the chances that, if those chances fell to Nouri, he would have banged them. He would have absolutely banged them. But the striker that came on, he worked hard, to be fair to him. But the two of the best chances Morocco created late in that game fell to him. And he couldn't capitalize. He could not capitalize. Is Amrabat playing for Fiorentina? Is he playing for Fiorentina? Wow, they're not selling him. Morocco should get to host a 100%. That would be incredible. Oh my God, we're going. I'm telling you now, I'm going. I'm there. I'm absolutely there if Morocco get to host 2030. We're going to be there, people. Big up, Tom. I'll send you the link if you want, Tom. I'll send the link to here, actually, if you want to jump on, pal. If you want to jump on, hey, make sure you got your phone charged. So I know what happens to you. You drop off sometimes. But, yeah, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant by Morocco. Stuck to their game plan. Played with so much heart, so much energy, so much aggression, so much tenacity. And just the manager's tactics, how calm he is on the sideline. He's absolutely magic, their manager, honestly. Their manager, the Moroccan manager, man, honestly. People are going to look at him as well. I think clubs in Europe should look at him as well. He just won the Champions League, African Champions League, with the Moroccan club. So, yeah. So, it's fascinating. Tom, welcome, brother. How are you?
Evening, Nuruddin, evening.
How are you, eh? Morocco did it. FIFA Morocco, man. They
listen,
tiki-taka with their ticket. They sent them with their tiki-taka behind their tails.
What did I tell everybody here? What did we tell everybody?
You know what I said? Let me say it again. They've sent their tackle in between their legs, their ticker tackle. in between their tails and sent them packing, lad. That's what they've done. Hey, that's a quick one for those of you who get it.
Fun fact about Buffalo, who plays for Morocco. Sorry, anyway. Fun fact: he used to play at Southampton, and Liverpool.
He did.
Liverpool couldn't decide between signing Sadio Mane or Buffal. So, on another scenario, Buffal could have been playing at Liverpool, and got the opportunity that Sadio Mane did. So, at the end of the day, you could have potentially seen a different African player at Liverpool on the wide wing instead of Sadio Mane. But what's this anyway, Nuruddin, that you've plucked up about Saudi interest or a Saudi link or something?
So basically, apparently, there was a report yesterday in the Athletic that basically said, just updating Tom, we spoke about it already, just to get Tom's 2 pence. Basically, what he said is this economist wrote an article for the Athletic, and he said, in 2019, we all know that, I was aware of it, because the Glazers went to Saudi Arabia, and they were there in Saudi Arabia talking about an investment and Manchester United and about working together. But obviously, they only offered them 30%, I think 25 or 30%.
Mm-hmm.
But what they're saying that this fund, this sovereignty fund, so the sovereign who own Newcastle now, really wanted to buy Manchester United. A couple of years later, Manchester United become available, and there's this person was arguing, this economist was arguing, a financial expert was arguing that they could sell Newcastle and buy Manchester United. And I was just like, what? I thought it was just silly rumor on Twitter. I was like, come on now. But, because it's in the Athletic now, you know what I mean? Like, the Athletic can never get anything wrong. You know what I mean? Certain people, anyway. And then, obviously, the Daily Mirror, it was all over Twitter and it was all over everywhere. Saudi's taking over. But I remember reading the article, and I commented in the article that was published by what used to be a reputable newspaper back in the day. It's now just an advertising page called Manchester Evening News, where they talked about and said no, because one of the ministers, Saudi ministers, got interviewed in Qatar, and he was like, well, they're not going to be able to go for it to buy the sovereignty fund, but other private individuals
from the private sector,
should go for it. People smash a like on the video, so that's all that was.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, Buffal and Ziyech, absolutely amazing. Abraham already linked. There we go. Linked with Liverpool and Spurs. But the Liaison is telling me they might, if he's at Fiorentina, they might not want him to go anywhere. I played against North Africans like Moroccans, Algerians, Tunisians for years. They're very technical players with flair. Always admire their football. I think that's all African football, to be fair. Nobody in Africa, nobody wants to be a goalkeeper. I'm telling you now, nobody. Nobody in any African country, by the way. Africa probably, is it the second? It might be the second largest continent in the world. It's a huge continent. For me, I don't see the countries as countries. I see it as east, south, north, west, central. That's what I see it. The borderlines don't make any sense at all. The same ethnic groups live on two different sides of the border because of colonialism. So yeah, but yeah, all Africans who love football, absolutely just do it. But what did you think of it? Did you watch the game? Did you get the match?
Yeah, I did watch the game. Yeah.
What did you think of it? I was saying that as soon as ball went off, that side, their threat mainly died. But the striker, if it would have fell to the striker that was on, those two chances.
El Nesri,
he would have, El Nesri, he would have finished them, honestly. The guy who came on did fantastic. You got to give it in. He got into positions. He brought a lot of freshness and pace. Smash a like on the video, people. There's only 100 of you in here. Smash the like, people. Subscribe to the channel. Apparently, we're being shadow banned. Shadow banned. I don't know what these are. These words. These internet words. But smash a like on the video. North Africans are quick and have bundles of energy as well. Yeah, big up, man. Big up. So I think Morocco now are going to struggle to beat Portugal. Why? Both centre halves. One of them's got groin injury. He's not recovering at all. He made some fantastic tackles. It's the one who missed the header in the first half. In the first half when they had the chance.
Yeah.
Crossing the ball actually to the back post. that he's out, and he's been a brilliant defender for them, playing on the right hand side of defense.
Yeah.
And then we've had big up fan Viva Morocco.
Yeah, man, Morocco.
Viva Morocco, man, Viva Morocco. So he's out now. Cease, he was used to play for Wolves. He was strapped up. He looked like he pulled the muscle. Buffal is injured. So what kind of a team are going to be expected to face against Portugal? Because today, because they gave so much in this game, they lost 3 or 4 players to injuries, maybe 4 or 5 to injuries. Even the left back had to go off. So 4 of the players because they took off 6 players, I think. 4 of them were all injuries, and 4 of them are all important players for them.
Yeah,
they're very important players for them. So what do we think? What do you think, Irfan? Do you think they have a chance? Tom, are you there?
Yeah. No. What? Sorry. Do you want me, Tom? Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
No, go on.
Tom will be back. You go.
I mean,
go ahead.
This was a mega game. This was ridiculous. I mean, I was sort of shocked because I didn't know that they were that defensively solid. I knew they were an interesting team because if you look at, obviously they got quite a lot of interesting players, but I looked at their shape and their energy, and I mean, they gave everything in this game. I mean, obviously Spain could have played like for another week, tiki-taka. I don't know whether they scored, but they still kept passing it. So it was mad to watch that. But they lost 2 to centre backs, right? Half of them, like Saiz, the captain, he still had strapping, and they're running. And like you said, if they had a striker in that extra time, a proper striker, it would have been good night Vienna. It would have been game over because he had 2 chances to at least hit the target properly. So, but I'm amazed. But then watching the penalties, I was like, wow, what composure their keeper and their players showed. I was shocked. But like they're my underdogs, and they deserve everything. I like teams who play football well, and obviously are massive underdogs. I mean, to beat Spain is a massive, massive victory. And you saw the fans. You see, it was great to watch. This is a good underdog story. It's a shame other African nations couldn't join them, but it was amazing to watch this. I mean, this is the first match of all the ones I've watched where I was gripped. I won't lie, I was absolutely gripped watching this one. I mean, I don't like seeing tiki-taka tactics. I won't lie. I like to see a bit of cutting edge with that, but just to watch the way they battled was unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
Tiki-taka is boring without cutting edge. It is.
And that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. They could have passed it forever, but I don't think they would have scored. I mean, that one chance at the end, where I can't remember what it was. Was it Soler? Who was the guy that hit the post right at the very end?
Yeah, Soler.
Yeah. I mean, that was it. So I don't know what Spain are thinking. I don't know what is in their brains, but like their body language, those penalties were shocking. I was shocked. But like I said, this is a great story. And now, having watched Portugal today, I don't know how they're going to pick themselves up for that game. But it was one of the great stories today. To see a team that's never been there before get to the quarterfinals was great to see. But
exactly, and their fans stuck with them throughout all of that time. And obviously, Portugal, they didn't go to extra time. This is what I'm worried about for them. If they were fit, I'd be confident of them pushing Portugal to extra time.
Yeah, but what about that guy, Amrabat? I mean, what a baller this guy is, man.
Well, Liedson can tell us about him. Liedson, talk to us about Amrabat. Amrabat. I can't even bloody say
Amrabat. Yes, Amrabat. Sofian Amrabat.
He's the central midfielder of the tournament, in my opinion.
Yes, he is.
He is, man. He is.
Yeah, he is. And he's not going nowhere. Our director of football already came out. He already told Liverpool. He already told the other team. He came out with a letter and everything saying he's not for sale. And because we have 1 extra year of contract with him, we're not selling him. We have him until 2025. Okay. So we're good. And I don't think he wants to leave anyway because he doesn't give off that type of energy.
Well,
like most players. So.
Well, what about if somebody gave you 70 million euros?
Well, yeah, that's the one thing I understand. Like the money, obviously, would probably be tempting him to move. But then again, he could have moved like a while ago, and he didn't. He chose to stay. So.
Wait a second, isn't he 35 though?
No, Amrabat is like 25.
Really? I
he's young.
looked on Wikipedia and it said 35. There's no way this guy can be 35. No way.
No. He's 25. He's young.
Wow.
Fiorentina, our oldest player is our goalkeeper or Bonaventura.
Okay.
So everybody else is like 25 and younger.
Wow.
Windy, what you're saying that Morocco should bid for World Cup. They've bid
2030.
the World Cup to 2030. Tom, what do you think to that, Tom?
What, to them potentially bidding?
Yeah, bidding and hopefully getting that because there's such a footballing culture.
That's what I mean. I like where the World Cup goes in terms of where it's not about politics or it's about, you know, any sort of meaning behind it. Like we know, obviously, with this World Cup, with the corruption and things like that, there's been so many scandals with FIFA for the past 2 World Cups with Russia and obviously now with Qatar. Let's take you know, the football tournament to somewhere where it's passionate, where it's actually about the love of the country and the people of that country who have a passion for the sport. Because you can't tell me a Qatari is a major sporting football fan. Because I don't know a lot of Qataris, probably in Qatar, that would have looked at that and thought, or the senior chiefs in that country and thought, yeah, you know what, we're major sports fans, let's bring the biggest, you know, international tournament to our country. And they didn't even have any stadiums when they bidded for the tournament. Morocco,
they're a very small country, aren't they?
This is what I mean.
Very, very small country, but they are mad about football.
But that's what I mean. Yeah, they are mad about football. But
part of the Arab world,
this is why I say it though. This is why I say it though, Rudin. Like a country like Morocco, for example, even if they just score a goal or they win a game, they party like it was for a lot of Man United fans at '99. Literally, that is just how it is. The atmosphere in the stadium.
A beautiful country.
That's what I mean.
So much culture.
But Tom, can I come back to you though? But the thing is, you say that, and you know, obviously, you got all the furore about it going to Qatar, but it was good to see it go to an Arab country. It was,
of course, yeah. I mean,
very good to see that.
Irfan, it was going to happen inevitably.
Yeah, but my issue is what I'm coming back to you on is that those Gulf states are very, dare I say the word? I don't use it lightly. Sort of freak nations in terms of their wealth. They have got money that most countries will never have in their whole lives.
Of course.
So they can do things. They can build cities. They can do things that only I think the Chinese can do, purely because of their infrastructure and manpower, that the Arabs can do because of the money. Now, Morocco doesn't have the money and infrastructure that I've been there 4 or 5 times, all over. I don't think it's got the infrastructure to develop a World Cup. It would be great if it partnered up with somebody, but I just don't see it at the moment. So I could be wrong.
Morocco.
I don't see it. Yeah.
You talk about Morocco?
Yeah, I don't see Morocco having infrastructure to take the World Cup now.
They already hosted the African Nations, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, is that true? I mean, I might be wrong, but I just
Irfan, listen, their teams always win the African Nations Champions League. You know the African Champions League?
No, that's Algeria.
No, Algeria, but Morocco won it. Waleed, he just won it. Waleed, their manager. Yeah. They're very competitive in the African Champions League. They're
competitive, but I don't think, like what Ephraim is saying, I don't think they have the stadium to host so many teams.
You know what? On a serious note, I think that they've got a league, a proper league in their country.
They do.
They've got a league. They've got a proper league. They've already got a proper fan base. They've got proper cultural cities, huge cities.
Oh, they have. We know the country. The country's beautiful, Nerdin. Me and you've been there together. We know how beautiful it is. It would work, but like the brother says, I don't think it's got the infrastructure needed for the level to get to host the World Cup. I just don't think it's there.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna go there. If it does, it would have to be I would say maybe the whole of North Africa, or even the big nations of North Africa have to come together.
So maybe they should bid for it then. Maybe Algeria, Tunisia, Morocco should bid for it because they're not that.
Well, Tunisia is on the other side. Morocco's close to the what's that? Is it the Atlantic? Yeah, Morocco's close to the Atlantic side, where Tunisia is close to the Red Sea side of Africa.
Yeah,
so it would have to be. So it would have to be like Morocco, Algeria, Nigeria, Chad, Niger, maybe even Egypt.
I don't know, because the other problem you got is these countries are absolutely massive.
Yeah, they're massive. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Not like Luxembourg and Switzerland vibe. This is like they are like thousands of miles away from each other. So I don't know how it could work.
Well, they could make it work because like America's making it work with Mexico and Canada.
Yeah,
for the World Cup. So
yeah, I just want to go quickly and talk about this question. Actually, I'm big up to Malcolm with his kid and play haircut. Big up rolling back the years, eh? Early 90s haircut, eh? The early 90s haircut fashion is all back in it. Big up Malcolm. Malcolm, I'll ask the question to you. I see a shocker that Portugal actually played their best game in the tournament without Cristiano Ronaldo in the starting lineup. Can you hear me? He's sorting out.
I don't think he can hear you, Nuruddin.
Can you hear me, Malcolm? Sort out your sound.
Yeah, I can hear. Yeah. I can hear you.
Yeah. So, what do you say? Is that a shocker to you that they play their best football with a proper striker that can hold up the ball, that can score goals, that's got quick feet, that is quite dangerous, that's linking up with the midfielders and the other two of the wide players? Are you surprised that they put in their best performance of the World Cup without CR7?
Listen, all I can say is that, with Ronaldo's ego, like I just feel like Portugal were just being held back just because of the fact that it all had to be about Ronaldo. Like every ball that's being crossed in has to go to Ronaldo. Whenever Bruno has the ball, it has to reach Ronaldo. And so I think the fact that, Portugal have, rediscovered, patterns of play. You have Bruno linking up with, Ramos. I think I wouldn't say I'm surprised, but I'm impressed that Portugal have been able to actually just discover a new style without him being on the pitch.
I've been talking about it for a long time, Malcolm, and I saw them play in a friendly before without Ronaldo, friendly before the World Cup, and they won 4-0. I think they beat a team 4-1 or something like that.
Yeah, I think it was. I think it's Korea, if I'm not mistaken, something like that.
Yeah, well, it shows for me that they
you said that this. I asked you about this guy before the World Cup. I said, "What's this other guy?" You said he's a top player for Benfica. Yeah, the thing is, he scored 3 goals that the CR7 in his prime would have scored. He scored 3 goals that CR7 can't score anymore. But this Ramos kid showed him how he can do it now. And I mean, like, I don't know what his ego must have taken a big slap today to see a guy do what he can't do anymore.
Can somebody please make sure that Piers Morgan is all right? Please, Tom, can you make sure that Piers Morgan is all right? Get the word out there. Obviously, he's Lord Savior. He's Lord. Ronaldo didn't start. So can you please speak to your other journalistic friends, especially the ones in London?
I can check on Twitter now. All right. I'll check on Twitter, yeah?
Yeah, but go ahead.
He's probably tweeted something on Twitter now.
So Tom, how shocked, how surprised should we be that they ball out without Ronaldo? Really?
Not surprised at all, because we've seen it at our own football club where the fluidity of our team is a lot better without Cristiano Ronaldo than with it. Last season, there wasn't a coaching, planning structure. There wasn't a system in place. So Ronaldo suited that way because he was the only way that Man United were getting goals last season. And that's probably why he still broke records. And I think he get over 20 plus goals in all competitions or something like that. So that's probably one of the reasons why he excelled through last season. Coming into this season where you have a coach who's come in, done, the job that he wants to do, implemented a style of play, and ultimately he's saw it fit that Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't suit the style. Fernando Santos now has looked at the ideology and the plan of Portugal and thought, Cristiano Ronaldo, the age, what does he really offer other than a goal threat, maybe in the box? Not a lot. I mean, there's no, doubt in Cristiano Ronaldo. If you put Cristiano, I think if you speak to a lot of Portuguese fans, regardless of Ramos's performance tonight and the hat-trick and everything, I think if you speak to a lot of Portuguese fans, they would have Cristiano Ronaldo over Ramos anywhere inside the 6-yard box. Anywhere inside the box, they would have Cristiano Ronaldo because of the threat that he brings and the sort of movement that he can make in the box. But with Ramos, you see, you get more of the more mobile striker on the move. For example, the second goal, that's a proper number 9 goal. Making the runs into the box, making the finishes that you need to make. At the end of the day, Ramos has done what Cristiano, like what Irfan and Malcolm's already said, that Cristiano Ronaldo did, 10, 15 years ago. When he was at the thing, and there was a funny thing that I actually found out anyway. Ramos was actually 2 years old when Cristiano Ronaldo scored his first goal for Portugal.
Wow!
And when you think about that, and then you think about today, where he just completely got exiled on the bench, and the thing that I liked with Ronaldo, though, he didn't make it about him. Like, I think he has learned a bit of a lesson from the Man United saga, where he's not made the whole scenario about him. Because even when the kid was balling, he still celebrated the goals. He still showed the support to his teammates. He still, in a way, he didn't sulk. He didn't have, the absolute hump on with the manager or his nation or the fans in the stadium. He still showed some team unity. And I think, ultimately, if you're not playing and you're still a top player, you can still be a top player and not play. Because, ultimately, what you've done in the game inspires people. And you look at someone like Ramos, I'm sure when he was growing up and stuff, and while he was growing up and he was watching Cristiano Ronaldo, he'll have idolised him being from the same nation of him. He'll have idolised him when Ronaldo switched from playing out wide left to playing as a central striker in number 9. Portuguese players, that is the idol to follow, is Cristiano Ronaldo. Just like Argentinian players. The idols are out there to follow. Maradona, Messi, Brazilian football, R9, for example. Richarlison's already said that he models his game around R9. So the ideology in every single nation, there is always a player that you can model your game around or style it up. And like, for example, with someone like Ramos, all I'll say is it's one game. He barely even had any minutes before he came into the game, which I think makes his performance a lot better than it actually was, due credit. Because he's not hardly had any minutes on the clock or any mileage in the tournament at all. But to come in and do what he did, the movement, the flair, and it's not so much about link-up play, but just being in the right area at the right time. That's all that you ask for. We've seen so many of these. I call it like the left-footed. I don't even know what to call it at the moment. It's like there's a phobia, or there's like a program going on with left-footed mobile strikers at the moment. Erling Haaland was the hybrid, wasn't it? Then you had the hype around Dusan Vlahovic, and now you're probably going to have the hype around this kid as well.
But he's 2-footed though, isn't he?
This is what I mean, though. He's 2-footed, so there is that more of a progressiveness with somebody like a Ramos. But listen, if any Man United fans out there are getting gassed up and thinking, "Oh, let's go to Benfica and let's go and get him out of there," mate. He scored a hat-trick today, mate. They'll put another 20 million on that price tag already. So don't even dare.
No, I think you should. I think Ten Hag wants him.
Yeah. Ten Hag sent Ronaldo a letter before the game and said, "Ha ha ha ha." Big up Brian.
I checked what Piers Morgan said. He goes, "I'm trending because Ronaldo's on the bench. Twitter haters are really comically tragic." He said that. And then he said, check this out. He goes, "Ronaldo's too old." He goes, "Pepe's 39," which is a good point.
But Pepe's a defender.
Yeah, Pepe's a defender.
Piers, Ronaldo, please release an interview exposing Portugal, coach. Their coach, they don't respect me. Piers, I got you, goat. There we go.
I don't think Ronaldo would do that though. Ronaldo loves his nation more than he loves Manchester United, more than he loves Real Madrid, Juventus, whatever club. So that respect for his nation won't let him disrespect it.
Yeah, this is a slap in the face. Majority of journalists that had 75% of the print and media journalists in Portugal voted not. He shouldn't start.
Yeah. Like
because they all know what we can see. Listen,
yeah, that's what I was
I
gonna
have
disagree with
nothing
Tom
against
with.
Ronaldo.
Like,
Absolutely nothing.
yeah, that's what I was gonna disagree with Tom with.
It's
Like,
not personal.
if you ask Portuguese players, not players, if you ask Portuguese fans, they would tell you, nah, they don't want Ronaldo to start. Let him come off the bench because that's when he's the most dangerous, when everybody's tired.
I don't know if you guys saw at the end of the game, but I think like after the full 10 minutes had gone, I think that, like all the Portuguese players had gone to like cheer with celebrate with the fans. But then there was like a little cameo where Ronaldo literally just walked back to the dressing rooms like literally by himself, and then literally the rest of the team just celebrated with the fans. I don't know if you guys like saw that, but to me,
no, he celebrated. No, he clapped his fans. No, he clapped the fans.
He
clapped the fans. He did all of like. I don't think he stayed as long as the other team, but he did clap his fans. Like I'm telling you, Ronaldo's respect for his country is just bigger than his ego.
Yeah,
that's the only respectable thing about him. Like he loved his country.
Yeah,
too bad he just doesn't love the clubs.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a little cameo that I saw. Really, I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, I mean,
what can he say though? Let's be honest. What can Ronaldo say now? Well, you just watched the next guy score a hat trick with the way he scored a hat trick, the 3 different types of goals. Man. What can he say? He can't say anything. He can't say anything.
That Ramos guy, man, he looks promising, man.
That goal though, the really first dangerous. Goal though, out of that first goal. No, there's no other place you could have put that ball.
And the power in the shot, though. The power in the shot, no one's saving that. The power in the shot was crazy.
Yeah, it beat the goalkeeper for pace more than anything, didn't it, really? Yeah. At the end of the day.
I don't know. I think the first goal was lucky, to be honest with you. Because, like, if you hit it wrong, it would have went over. If you hit it any other way, it would have went to the side.
No, 100%, because of the type of, like, the error.
I think that's more a goalkeeper error than him.
No, definitely not. No way. No, you're being harsh on the striker, man. Listen, strikers miss them, but when they get them, they won the goals. That's what they are.
What I'm saying to you in terms of like it, in terms of the possibility of taking a shot like that and that becoming an error, that's what I'm talking about, because he didn't have that much gap to squeeze that ball in with that part of power and pace, and he got it in like 10 times. I think maybe 7 or 8 times the ball goes over the bar.
Yeah, it's gonna go over.
You know what I mean? But the audacity to try that there and then, and the defender, to be fair, the defender was like, well, you ain't gonna put it in that corner. He then bangs it in that corner on the top there, puts it right on the roof. Was the technique? I genuinely don't think the defenders didn't think that he's that left-footed. He's that comfortable with his left foot. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Like, he's that comfortable with his left foot.
Yeah, but
I don't think they realize that. But obviously, I think it's something that is practiced, because to how
that was instinctive. That was instinct. That was a striker's instinctive shot. That was, and you know what? Listen, he's not the only guy that scored a goal with an angle where the keeper can't do anything because it's around his ear.
Yeah, I know.
I can't do anything about it. If you hit it that sweetly, you're gonna score. He could have even hit the keeper's head and still gone in. So I think we're doing a disservice. It was just a beautifully timed
we're not doing a disservice. We're not doing a disservice.
No, not doing a disservice, but Ephraim, if he did take that shot again in same against Morocco, same position, he take the shot again, there's a higher possibility that he just shoot it over.
No, but we don't know that. We've not seen this guy enough. We don't know that about the guy. We don't know. Come on.
All I know is that he's bow-footed, and I think the guy was like, you ain't gonna take the shot from there. And the defender is supposed to place a little bit.
That is not a lucky goal. That's
no,
not.
I don't think. Listen, what I'm saying to you is that it's a wonder goal because of the way that he's taking it. It is wonder goal. It's a wonder goal, because nobody expected that. It was instinctive. As soon as he got the ball, he knew what he was doing. He knew exactly what he was doing.
I mean, like, what I would say is that it's very hard to score from that angle. But, when you have that, instinct in yourself, and you have that, that technique, then, you're basically, you yourself, that it's going to hit the target. You know what I mean?
I think personally, it's super impressive if he's right-footed. That's super impressive, right? If he's left-footed, it's just a great goal, right? But if he's right-footed, that's a deadly goal. Right.
He's both-footed. You see the finishes he did. The finish with his right foot, the dink.
Yeah, the dink.
Yeah, the dink. Oh,
wow. That wasn't.
He'd overrun it. You see that he overrun it, but he still managed to set himself and just dink it over the guy.
Yeah, the chip was. Yeah, it was nice.
Chip was, sublime.
Even the like Leal when he came on and he scored.
Oh, I was about to just say that. Oh, that was. Oh my god.
It's crazy because I
That was
thought Leal
horrible.
was the top striker, apart from obviously the old Ronaldo. I thought Leal was the main guy. I didn't realize Ramos is. I didn't realize this guy was
No,
the head of
he is now. He just made himself.
That's his first hat trick. But the other day when he scored, I think that was his first goal for Portugal.
Yeah,
Right?
it was. Yeah, he hasn't played much at all, but that's what I'm saying.
I feel like this is. I feel like this is just the beauty of the World Cup. You know, what I mean, you get to see a lot of new faces. Just make their way. You know what I mean, announce themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, but but it all comes back to the manager of Portugal, right? What's his name again? I forget his name.
Fernando Santos.
Yeah,
Santos.
he must be sleeping good tonight. He must be.
Oh yeah,
sleeping
100%.
Because he's the one that made the decision not to play Ronaldo, and look what it created for him. Look what it created, and now they're going to be. They're major favourites to beat Morocco. Major favourites now.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's listed a fan apparently.
That's right. That's right. There you go.
Yeah. But he's both. You could see that.
Yeah,
Leal.
Yeah, he is a winger more than striker, Leal. I mean, I just seen for AC Milan doing the business. I wasn't sure he is a striker. He's a winger.
He's a winger,
yeah. Without Leal, they would not have won the league, man. He's got so many crucial goals.
would you take him out of Trafford, Nolan? Leal?
I think we've got too many wingers as we are.
Yeah, we need a guy who can hold the ball up, man, and then finish.
Ramos looks,
Ramos can hold the ball.
Yeah. He
Ramos can hold the ball.
I just don't know how much he would cost in the market.
And you think he could do it in the Premier League, then, Nuruddin? Do you think this guy could do it in the Premier League? He doesn't look. He's not the biggest guy, is he?
No, but he can hold up the ball though, and he's quite instinctive. The thing about Benfica is that I think out of all the teams in the world, one of the biggest sellers. They get the most money for their players. No other team makes money from selling players than them.
No, come on, Nuruddin. More than Dortmund.
Yes, more than Dortmund.
Wow.
Benfica, Benfica, fan.
60 million and up.
Yeah.
I thought Dortmund were the best. I thought they were the best at buying players and making.
Right, last question, people. Last question before we wrap it up. Goal of the tournament. My goal of the tournament is Abu Bakr for Cameroon.
Oh yeah, that was a beautiful goal.
Yeah.
I'm going for Holland, Nuruddin. That's my goal.
No, that's a better fan. That's a team goal.
All right, individual goal. Okay.
Yeah, individual goal. Well, this one tonight was fantastic. Ramos' first goal was fantastic. For me, Abu Bakr was incredible. What a goal that was, Abu Bakr. What was it called? The Sanchez, the free kick for Mexico. That was
top bins.
Ooh. You remember the free kick?
Yeah.
Free kick.
Wasn't there a Korean guy scoring a good goal? Wasn't there a great goal, Korean guy?
The Korean guy last night. Brilliant. Brilliant goal. Yeah. But the best team goal by far was Holland.
Against the US. And it was in the same corner. They scored the two goals were the exact same.
Yeah. It's the first one. The first one. The way they 1-to-1 passes completely bypass the press, the US press. And then the finish to match the cross as well.
Yeah.
Who was the player that scored the rocket? I don't remember what game that was. I think it was like Argentina versus Australia.
Oh,
and he just shot out of nowhere and it just went in. Nobody touched it or anything. I'm trying to remember who did that. That would be my goal because it came out of nowhere. Came out of nowhere, top bins. That will be mine. I'm trying to remember who did it. Like, I don't think it's the United States. I don't think it's Poland. I don't remember who did it though.
Somebody put a goal. Was it?
What, you mean for Argentina? For Argentina?
No, it wasn't for Argentina. No.
Mexico.
It was like one of the teams that lost against one of the big teams, but I don't remember because this came out of nowhere and it was like, oh, like I jumped up and I was like, yep.
It must have been the Korean goal against Brazil.
Yeah, I thought it was a Korean one. That was a bolt.
Is it a Korean one? Yeah, then that's the one that I'm going for. Yup, that would be my goal. Yeah, it was a Korean one because his name was Park or something like that.
Yeah.
That goal was just out of nowhere.
That's the one I said. I said it was an amazing goal. That was.
But the best team goal, but the individual goal for me was the way he dropped the keeper, loved the keeper, and his header against Brazil as well was a brilliant header.
That one is a good one though.
Guy. He did the business for them.
He's already playing for this team in Saudi Arabia. that's where Ronaldo's heading apparently. Abu
Really?
Bakr and Ronaldo up front, eh? Yeah, and
funny
that's
that.
how
He's a little bit like, what's the guy that, is it Demba Ba? He's got a bit of a Demba Ba about him, Nuruddin. That's what he reminded me of.
Abu Bakr.
Yeah.
Abu Bakr was playing in Portugal, if I'm not mistaken. For years he was playing in Portugal, banging in goals.
Mm.
Yeah. He's a fantastic player. Fantastic player.
The Enzo one is a good one too against Mexico. The Enzo goal.
Yeah. Also, the Swiss goal against Serbia, that was a really good team goal.
Oh yeah.
Left foot volley.
Yeah.
That setup was really, really beautiful.
Yeah.
I forgot Mexico was even in the tournament. To be honest,
did you guys take the Saudi Arabia one against Argentina?
Yeah, that's a brilliant goal.
That's a brilliant one, man.
Well, yeah.
And he did it himself.
Yeah, he bent it to the corner.
Oh, the Richarlison volley against Serbia. Oh yes. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It was a missed cross. He put up in the air. Then he. Yep. I remember that.
Yeah. I think that's
like a scissor kick. It was a scissor kick. It was.
Was it? Yeah, I think maybe it was. I don't know.
But
I just remember that the ball came to his it came to his left. He popped, like he miscontrolled it up in the air. Then he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do something special." I think it was a scissors kick. Yeah, it was a scissor kick.
It was.
It was a scissor kick. Yeah.
So apparently Ronaldo is going to this Al Nassr club in Saudi Arabia to earn 170 million. 172 million a year.
Let him go, man. Let him go.
Yeah, I want to switch his job. Like I want to do that. 17 million a year. I will go.
Nothing made me more happy than Suarez crying home. What I loved, the best banter of the World Cup for me was the Ghanaian fans talking to the Uruguayan fans, going, "We're both going home. Let's go." That to me was the best banter. The second best banter was the Qatari fans and all of the Arab fans with the Ozil posters doing this to the Germans.
To Germany.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Doing that to Germans. That was
my days.
The funny thing was Ozil was there.
Yeah, Ozil was there.
Ozil was there in the stadium. Yeah, it's funny.
But the top one was the Ghanaian brothers going to the
Sue. He
walking out the stadium saying to them, "We're both going home." So yeah, Suarez crying was one of the moments because 10 years later. To
me, I think the Portugal versus Ghana game where I think Salisu scored the header and then hit the Sue in front of Ronaldo. That to me, that's
Yeah, but his team lost. You know,
but they lost. Yeah, they lost.
But his team lost.
Yeah.
Guys, anyway, big up to everybody. Yeah. Oh, the Mbappe goal as well. We're forgetting so many. The Mbappe, the second goal yesterday. The second goal, Mbappe goal against who did they play?
I don't remember which. Mbappe scored like in every single.
No, the second goal yesterday when he scored against Poland. The second goal.
Poland, yeah.
That one where he put it in the corner.
Yeah.
Man, I'm trying to remember that game.
When are you doing your preview of that game, England France?
We're gonna do that on Thursday, so make sure you're all here, guys. Thursday night.
That's gonna be a spicy one. Spicy.
Who do you think? Like, I have a question for you, Nordin, because like I have a Moroccan co-worker, right? He thinks that Brazil is gonna win it, and because of their front three, and I'm like, I don't think so, because France has like Dembele is better than Rafinha in my opinion.
Yeah.
Giroud could hold a play better than Richarlison, and Mbappe is definitely faster than Neymar, and Griezmann is like. I'd say Griezmann is just as technical, but maybe not as gifted as Neymar.
He doesn't drive the play though. He doesn't link the forward play from midfield like Neymar does.
That's the thing. He's not as gifted as Neymar.
Like the guy. They're a different team when he plays. You saw them from when he was out, because Jesus can't do the job. They can't do it. Only Neymar can do that job. He's pivotal to that team. I don't think
I doubt that very much. It depends what Neymar you're getting. If you're getting hogging the ball, Neymar.
He didn't hog the ball this game.
He didn't hog the ball. Yesterday he wasn't. But watch the Serbia game. He was so greedy, and in the game after that, he was
Well,
so greedy.
we know he's a vanity footballer. We know he's vanity, but Nuruddin, I just think they're a different team.
No. Listen. Yesterday, that's one of the good performances Neymar's put in this tournament. That was his best game by far, by absolute.
No, I think Neymar began to get selfish when they were 2-up, though. That's when he became more selfish because he wanted a goal.
No, forget even selfish. Yesterday, he played like a team player.
Yeah.
Watch the Serbia game and watch the Swiss game. He was just like, this is all about me and all about him trying to take people on. No, we don't want that. Pass the ball off. Trust these young guys who are got amazing talents. But Irfan, quickly, before we go, Logan says, what does Irfan view?
Wait, Neymar didn't play against Switzerland. He was injured.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't. No. He played against Korea.
No, he only played the first match. He only played Serbia, and then he was injured for the last two.
He got injured, didn't he?
No, he wasn't on the pitch. It was the team was Junior, Richarlison, Rafinha, and Fred came in for him.
It was just the first game. I put it out on Twitter, and people attacked me for it because I was like, I actually think Brazil looked more smoother, better without Neymar because they did. He hugged the ball in that game, hugged it like nobody. Didn't want to pass to anybody. All about himself. I'm like, no, that's not how you play. That's not how you play. And for me, he might have, I think, one goal behind Pele. Hold tight Pele as well, by the way.
But the problem is, in terms of the country itself, it's sort of similar to Portugal with Ronaldo. It's like the whole of Brazil, even in my gym today, 6 Brazilian people I saw today, girls and guys, all Neymar Junior. He's like, they can't get out. He's the glue of the country in terms of the sport, like Ronaldo is with Portugal. This is a problem you got. Even like they protect him like he's the god of Brazilian football.
Like Michael Jackson, right?
Yeah, they of this generation.
But, you're also dealing with that kind of energy as well.
Yeah, in this generation, though. Yeah, they do. He's like Austin Power. He's just that. He's just a symbol.
And we also know that half of the country don't like him either because they were singing "Pay Your Taxes" when Lula won the election.
Of course. Yeah, but obviously Brazil's gone through major change. It's like a lot of countries around the world. You're fighting major left and right battles to control it. And obviously, thank God the evangelicals and Bolsonaro has gone. Thank God for that. But that exposes a lot of the. I don't expect footballers to have any kind of intellectual capacity when it comes to making political decisions. I know they don't have any sort of knowledge in that thing at all. So this question about whether United should have a Middle Eastern ownership, it's obviously Niran, I agree with you. I don't want any of these bastards near the club. But the reality is one of them is likely to hold
the British economy.
Of course. No, Britain's war economy, Britain's war industry is funded by the people in the Gulf. These rulers who buy all the weapons, so the millions, the billions that the British industry makes, the war industry is all bought by these guys in Dubai, Qatar.
It's not even that. The banking system, majority of the portfolio, the property portfolio in London.
Because they've bought everything. They've bought all of Mayfair, they bought all of Park Lane, they've bought the City of London. They've invested everything. But remember, it's a weird thing because England will let you do that, but America won't let you buy its companies. It don't matter how much billions or trillions you got. America will not buy. What do you? I mean, look, come on.
No, they will.
America.
Ephraim, they will. Yeah, they
will.
No,
they won't, man. They will. You're not
they
allowed
will.
to.
Yes, they will.
You're not allowed to. You are not allowed
to. You know what the running joke of America is, Ephraim? That China owns America. That's the running joke.
China owns America's debts. It doesn't own the countries. It doesn't.
No, but they have companies. China have companies. They have land and they have houses. And they have houses in, they have so much in America economy right now. But
you have to understand politically, the reason America is all over China because it doesn't want to be dominated financially. That's what America does. What do you think the CIA does? The CIA is the gang that goes around the world to make sure American businesses run the world. That's how you maintain your empire. You dominate financially. That's how it works. Anyway, look into the history of Huawei. Look what's happening with Huawei. And look what happened to that company because of what it tried to do with America. You just look at it, man.
Yeah. Listen, and there was some rumors that the American government might want to ban or change TikTok as well. Obviously.
Yeah, they're trying to.
That's been going on for a few years now. That's been going on for a few years now.
Yeah, no. Well, the reason why is because TikTok in America and TikTok in China is 2 different TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Listen,
like you
it's
can
going to
look
be
that
very
up. Like,
interesting.
it's interesting when you look at it.
Yeah,
Because like
it's gonna
TikTok in China is all educational, while TikTok in America is
100%. Yeah, it's
All
very
whatever.
fun and games. TikTok, yeah.
Yeah, it's very educational in
It is.
Japan and all sporty as well. But yeah,
Yep.
listen, 100%. You know, missing Nkunku, Benzema, Pogba, Kante is definitely.
Which is
If France win the World Cup without those
it's
four
insane to be missing those 4 guys and you're still doing the business. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy, you know.
Yeah, I said on here already. Like France has 2 teams already. Like a lot of people don't understand that, and now we're seeing it. It's just that I don't think Deschamps is the guy. Still, I want him to leave.
He actually plays more quite attacking than he did last World Cup. Actually, they play more attacking football this time.
I think it's more the players though, not really him. Because like Mbappe, like Deschamps told Mbappe to track back, and Mbappe told him no. So I think it's more the players. Like I think if Mbappe wasn't there, like say if it was who we have, King like Coleman or something, or Kingsley Coleman, and what's the other guy name? I don't know what the other guy name is.
The other guy, Thuram.
Yeah, Thuram. It was them. Like
they're
paying the back.
Yeah. Listen, we're gonna have to save it for Thursday. We're gonna do the map preview for that. Big up to everybody. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Hit that notification button and make sure that you follow people on Instagram. Airfan on Instagram. Airfan on Instagram. And that's Airfan on Twitter. A lot of it is politics. Malcolm, you can see it there. The Lietson is also on Twitter. At the bottom of the screen, see that guy, Red Devil, Mr. Structure. Big up to every one of you. Win, lose, or
big
draw.
Big up to Tom as well. Big up to Tom.
Yep. Yeah, big up to Tom. Yeah, Tom Journalist won.
Yep.
Don't forget Tom Journalist won as well. But please make sure you hit that notification button and it lets you know when we're next live, and subscribe to the channel, become part of the community. Apparently, because we're talking about politics on a sports channel, we've been shadow banned.
Are you sure, Nuruddin?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
We have Irfan. Some funny things have been going on in the past.
No, Nuruddin, I'm not buying that at the moment.
No, trust me, Irfan. I'll tell you offline, but big up Sami Yassi. England when we Sami Yassi saying, shh, it's coming home. It's coming home. England to win the World Cup. Arsenal the league. Sami Yassi, you've got no Gabriel Jesus. Are you getting Ronaldo? Everybody wants to know is, are you signing Ronaldo? You were bigging him up. You were saying Ronaldo this, Ronaldo that. And even the Portuguese coach and Portugal as coaching staff have realized Ronaldo can't offer them what they need in this World Cup. So are you going to sign Ronaldo? Yes or no? Or you can't even compete with Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia, eh?
And also too, Zayn, you're missing your Jesus. Jesus is out.
Exactly. How can you win the league without
Jesus? I remember too, Zayn. I called this.
What's happened to Jesus? What's happened? Is he injured?
Knee injury.
Yeah,
wow.
Remember, Zayn, I called this. I said to you, look at what happened to Fiorentina in 2015, and this is the same thing has happened. Key players got injured and they fell off. And that's what's going to happen to you.
Wow.
Well, we're going to see anyway. Big up Sami Yassi anyway. Sami Yassi is celebrating with the Moroccan fans in Edgware Road tonight. Edgware Road is going crazy tonight.
There's a lot that live in Qatar and a lot of Moroccans work there. A lot.
Moroccans everywhere in the world. In Netherlands. Yeah. Somebody was saying they're celebrating in the Netherlands, in the US.
Yeah, they got a big community in Rotterdam. There's a big one there.
They got a massive community in Spain.
There's a connection between Spain and Morocco, though. Like
a little bit of water.
Yeah, just a little bit of water.
So close. It's like half an hour away. It's very, very close to each other.
Yeah.
With what money, With what money? How are you gonna get Felix and Gakpo? You're gonna spend 200 million?
He's gonna buy Nuruddin. He's gonna put up the money with his millions.
Exactly. Are you gonna fund them?
He's using a lot of money with those super chats, so he better.
Oh no! Listen, he's got multi-millionaire funds. Don't worry about him.
Zayn has a different level of cash that we don't have.
Listen, big up Sami Yassi, man. Big up to every one of you. Like we said, win, lose or draw. Glazer's out, Bankers out. I won't be too sure about the Saudis buying Man United because the story, Irfan, was breaking yesterday that Saudis might sell Newcastle and buy Man United.
Really?
Biggest head wobble. I'm like, what?
Are you joking?
Yeah, those rumors exist.
What?
Yeah.
Listen, you said it, Nuruddin. On the final note, right? You said it because my worry, and I don't want to get the fans too depressed, but I think you said it. You said my worry is this lot will sell, but keep some kind of share in it, so they haven't lost the whole, the golden, the pie. They haven't lost the biggest pie ever. They're going to sell it to another American firm, but still keep a section of it for themselves. That's my worry. That's what I'm thinking with these Americans. These ultra capitalists.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't really know of anybody in America, like, because I haven't heard any news on this side that any millionaire or billionaire here wants to buy Manchester United so far.
Yeah, but they're businessmen. They'll find the money.
It's investment company. But don't be surprised. Some of these investment companies that are based in the US are backed by Kuwait,
Qatar, Middle Eastern money,
Dubai, Saudi. So that's what it is. But big up anyway, people. We lose or draw, Glazers out, bankers out. Peace.
Yep.
Good night. Make sure you give everybody a follow, people. Make sure you give everybody a follow. Good night, people. Take care.